Guys, thank you so much for watching my interviews at the Louisiana State Capitol. With me in this interview is State Representative Danny McCormick. Representative McCormick, thank you so much for being on there. Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here, William. Glad to see you again.
Well, I'm excited. This is going to be one of two videos that we're going to do. We're going to do them separately on subject matter. But on this subject matter, we're talking about constitutional carry. You just got it passed out of the House to say congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I know the people of Louisiana are happy. You know, constitutional carry is legal in 27 states now. Every state that touches Louisiana has constitutional carry. The people of Louisiana are wanting this. I'm so proud to have it out of the House and headed to the Senate.
So now it has to go to Senate committee, right?
That's correct.
And then to the Senate floor.
Yes.
And they got to do that within the next 2 weeks.
Yes. Last year they sent it to Senate Finance after they sent it to Jude C. So we'll see what they decide to do with it this year.
So, in other words, if the people who are listening want constitutional carry, they better get their heels over to the Senate and start making some phone calls to the Senate to get it to run through quicker. Is that how it works?
That's how it works. This is grassroots, and grassroots doesn't work unless you call them and let them know what you want. So that's what the viewers need to do.
So, you know, I think that our right to carry a gun in this state has been around since that statue that's over there behind us.
A long time.
A long time, maybe before that, right?
I agree, that's right.
So I want to educate the people that are watching this a little bit, because I've been watching social media and I'm seeing some people that are saying some pretty, I'm going to say unpolite, some crass things on. They're posting these memes. They're stereotyping is what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's sad.
And I don't agree with that. I want to be positive here.
You bet.
So I'll get some positive facts out right now. Is the constitutional carry going to allow 18-year-olds to carry a gun and do harm?
And no, because law-abiding citizens are the only ones that can constitutional carry. So if you're a criminal, you cannot constitutional carry. You know, what most people don't realize in Louisiana, it's legal for an 18-year-old to open carry a pistol or any other kind of firearm. It's legal for them to own it. They can buy it from a person. They can take it as a gift. There will be no more guns in the hands of 18-year-olds, 19 or 20-year-olds, or anywhere else than it already is. It's just a separate way of carrying. Right now in Louisiana, I can put a pistol on my side and open carry, and I'm legal. If I put this coat on and cover that pistol up, now I'm a criminal. That's the only thing that changed. Unless you have a concealed carry license. I'm sorry?
Unless you have a concealed carry license.
Unless you have a concealed carry license, that's correct.
So an 18-year-old right now can have a gun on their hip and walk around in public all they want as they're 18 years old.
As long as they're not in businesses or facilities that restrict firearms.
Right.
Yes. And even, now your viewers probably don't know this, they can open carry down to 16 years old with a note from a parent.
So right now, a 16-year-old can carry a gun and get married, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
in Louisiana.
Exactly. That's right.
And what's ironic is if they have a note to get married if they have a note to get married at 16, a note to carry a gun at 16, but once you're 18,
you're a man, grown man and a grown woman, and you should have all your rights intact. You know, and the difference between what somebody'd say, first of all, I think all 18-year-olds ought to have all their rights. I don't think they should be restricted as long as they're not criminals.
Because they can go to war and fight for our country.
They can go to war. They can go to prison. In 17, you can be tried as an adult in Louisiana. Why? You know, they're mature enough to be tried as an adult, get the death penalty in Louisiana, but they're not mature enough to carry concealed when they can already open carry.
So they can open carry, they can have a gun now. And I would like do you have this piece of information? And if not, we can find out. But in other states where mass shooters that were young people have used, what crimes did they violate, besides murder, of course, but did those states have constitutional carry that maybe allowed them to have better access, or are criminals going to be able to have access no matter what because they can buy a gun anywhere?
That's right. Access is access. I mean, they've got that already.
So this is not going to give them more access.
Well, now, this is what this is going to do. This is the best example I can give your viewers. I have 4 granddaughters. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter that just killed their first deer this year when they are 15. She's 6 years old. When she turns 18 and leaves home, is the most vulnerable she is in her entire life. In Louisiana, she can put a pistol on her side. Now, what 18-year-old girl do you think is going to be walking around in her nice dress with a shoulder holster?
Right.
Well, mine may be, but most wouldn't. But she cannot put a pistol in her purse to protect herself from murders and rapists. We talk about how much crime we have in this state. You know, we have 3 of the cities in the top 10 crime in the United States. And we don't let our young ladies put a pistol in their purse at 18, 19, and 20, no matter how no matter what they can't put that pistol in their purse to protect themselves from murders and rapists.
So let's talk about this for a second, because right now, to be able to conceal a gun, you have to have a concealed carry license, which means you have to go through training. You have to know what the laws are on the books. Is that going to change with your constitutional carry passing, and how?
No, permit carry or carrying with a permit stays the same. It's at 21, and most people want to keep it there because we have reciprocal agreements with other states that allow our people in Louisiana to have a permit to go to other states and carry. So it doesn't change the permitting process at all.
So that you can still get a concealed carry permit.
You bet.
But with your constitutional carry, it'll allow everybody to conceal carry. Which, by the way, the other thing I want to point out too, just because I've been researching this a little bit, is minorities in high crime areas right now, if they open carry, they're going to be targeted, in a lot of ways. But what this law would allow from a law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding is the key word
exactly.
here.
Law-abiding citizen who happens to be a minority will be able to protect themselves and their family with this law. Is that correct?
You bet. I mean, minority, not minority, woman, man, woman, it treats everybody fairly. The permitting process really discriminates against the poor.
Right, and that's why I brought that up. I said minorities,
exactly.
Minorities and poor people.
And most of the crime in this state is in the poor neighborhoods where they need the most protection, and we're not allowing them to have that. That's sad. But with my bill, they will be able to do that.
Your bill will help minorities and poor people in bad neighborhoods be able to protect themselves better legally instead of the way it is now.
High crime neighborhoods will benefit the most. The law-abiding citizens in high crime areas will benefit the most.
And again, I'm saying this over because I know there's been a lot of people that are looking for good information on this video. That this is not good. You don't have when other states did the constitutional carry. Did we see their crime rates go up, or did their crime rates go down?
John Lott, which is the statistician that's the most respected in this industry, says it has no correlation in crime rate going up and having constitutional carry. That's what the statistics say. Now, it's the crime rate's going up right now in Louisiana, and we don't have constitutional carry.
Okay.
Maybe that's the reason we have a high crime rate,
right,
and why it keeps going up, because we don't have constitutional carry. Because the criminals know that they can look and say, okay, they're not carrying a weapon, I can attack them. They're an easy target.
Right.
So if they think everybody's got a pistol in their purse, they may hesitate before they commit that crime.
This is again, it goes back to the minority and poor neighborhoods where there's white people, poor people, all kinds of people that are in bad neighborhoods that cannot afford the licensing process right now to go get a concealed carry weapon, take the training, and this law would allow them to be able to conceal carry, not be a target, and raise that question to those criminals that says, wait a minute, we can't pick on people now because they might be hiding a gun under their coat.
And that's true. But on the other hand, I want to make this point: we all support training. We just don't support a one-day government mandated training that, to me, is quite inefficient. And in the United States, our rights are given to us from God and preserved in the Constitution.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what anybody there thinks about the Second Amendment. It is the law of the land. The Second Amendment shall not be infringed on. And if you don't believe in the Second Amendment, you don't believe in none of the rest of them. So regardless if somebody wants to carry a weapon concealed or not, they don't have the right to take that freedom away from a law-abiding citizen.
I like how you said that. Our rights are endowed by our Creator.
That's it.
They're protected in our Constitution. And I get tired of the narrative that the guns are the problem, when the reality is, if we all work together, liberals, conservatives, Republicans, Democrats, on the issues that would lower crime and increase opportunity, guns are becoming irrelevant.
That's
at that
exactly
point.
right. That's exactly right. No doubt.
And instead of focusing on guns, let's focus on solutions that help improve our communities.
I agree. You're exactly right.
Is there anything else about this law that now that's going to the Senate that we can encourage people to get to know or do?
Just familiarize yourself with it. Don't listen to the rhetoric. I mean, do your own research. Like I said, there's 27 states now that have constitutional carry. Every state that touches Louisiana has constitutional carry. If you poll the issue in Louisiana, it's overwhelmingly positive. People want constitutional carry. Now, you always have a few radicals that
Exactly.
are kind of drowned out at all the reasonable people, and God bless their soul. You know what? I respect their opinion to say something stupid if they want to, because that is their First Amendment right.
I love it.
I will not infringe on that right. As my father used to tell me, we're all entitled to our own stupid opinion. So, I'm okay with that. I will fight for your right to say something negative about me because I believe in the First Amendment, just like I believe in the Second.
I love this. But also fight for their right to be able to protect themselves.
You bet.
Because if we take away the right of self-defense or the right to own a gun, crime rate's going to go higher, opportunities are going to go lower.
And freedom goes lower.
And freedom goes lower. And it won't matter what party you belong to, it won't matter what ideology you adhere to or what narrative you believe in, you will lose your rights and possibly your life without the right to self-defense.
And that's right. And we live in a constitutional republic. And in a republic, we don't live in a democracy. That's a lie. We live in a constitutional republic. And in a republic, the rights and the responsibility belong to the individual. And the state has one object, and that's to protect your rights. And when they took that right away, they walked outside of the Constitution. We're just trying to bring them back inside the Constitution.
So this law protects not only people's rights, but protects people no matter who they are or what they believe in.
You bet. That's exactly right.
All right. And again, and the best way to get this out of the Senate is for people to call and encourage the Senate to get it out of the Senate, right?
That's exactly right.
All right. Stay tuned, everybody, for the next interview we're going to do about the money that's getting ready to be capped or spent. See y'all soon.